Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I am hoping that I'm coming to you live. If you are out there, go ahead and give me a shout out in the comment section, whether you're on my website or on the DDStamps, that's DDStamps.com website, or if you are on Facebook, I'd love to hear from you, or if you are on YouTube. So anywhere that you are, go ahead and give me a shout out. I am trying to I actually set up my iPod back there so that maybe I could answer some questions while I'm demonstrating. I don't know, we'll see. It might be kind of difficult for me to keep track of everything, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Hopefully everything is going good. It looks to me like I'm, everybody's live. So that's a good thing. If you're over on YouTube, you probably need to start the button just to get her going. Okay, so people are hearing me over on YouTube. That's good. People are seeing me on Facebook. That's wonderful. And last check is the website, and I see a whole bunch of, yep, Pam's over there and Cheryl. Good. Oh, that's awesome. I love it that things are working out. Let's knock on wood and hope that we don't have any issues tonight. Okay, so since the last time that I had one of these, I actually just got back from San Diego. I was in San Diego over the weekend, checking out the new Stampin' Up! Catalog and hanging out with some of my good friends that are demonstrators. I love the Stampin' Up! Events because I get to see people from all over the country that I don't always get to see. And I've only met them through Stampin' Up!, so that's been fabulous. And it is just a good thing. You can see I got a little sun, so San Diego was nice and sunny and warm. We got to do a lot of walking and spend some time on the beach in the water. Not just our feet, it was too cold. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. And if you guys want me to, I will give you a little sneak peek of the new in colors tonight. I know most people probably want to see those. I actually just got my box and haven't really had time to look at it or do much with it, but thought that I would show it to you. So, okay, good. David says I'm coming in good on YouTube. Dixie's over there on YouTube. The retirement list, it's huge. Any surprises for you from the retirement list? Yeah, there always is, but after this many years, I get used to it and know that it's going to happen. And I know that I've been telling people for weeks now, if not months, get your in colors that are retiring. Those always come as a shock to people, and the refills usually sell out right away. So yeah, there are no big shocks. There are a few things that I'm kind of sad about, but in fact, I'm going to show some things tonight. I think there's some pretty good deals on the retirement list. Anyway, we will get started. So cool. So it really looks like everybody, I'm going to have a hard time keeping up on YouTube, I can tell, because there's a lot of chatting going on. So that always makes it a little difficult for me to try to keep tabs on everybody. So if I don't answer your question, ask it again, because it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that I didn't see it. So a couple of housekeeping tips. So just going to get started. If you are on YouTube, there's a little gear down here at the bottom that says HD. I'm usually coming out in HD. The speed depends on my upload speed and your download speed. But you can change that. So if it's starting to lag a little bit, you can click on that little gear right where that red arrow is and change the speed. And it might come in a little bit blurry, but it'll probably come in a little bit better. I hope that makes sense. You can also turn up the volume there. And then this is what the page looks like actually when it's on Facebook, but you can see inside that little box is what it looks like on YouTube. You can do the same thing on my website. If you're on Facebook, down on the left-hand side where that arrow is, it says auto refresh comments. If you are typing in a comment and it auto refreshes, you lose everything. Sorry about the phone dinging. You lose everything that you've typed in, and so sorry about that. it auto refreshes and you lose everything and you have to start typing in again. It does it every 90 seconds and there isn't a set time. So it's not like it's whenever they decide that it's been 90 seconds. So if you are on there typing and that happens, just go ahead and retype it. or you can just uncheck that box and then it won't do that. I hope that makes sense somewhat. Okay, so that's the quick housekeeping. I got a couple more slides I want to show. I am going to show a couple projects tonight, and I don't know, some other things. If you have any questions, like I said, ask them. If I don't answer, ask again. One of the questions I got today from Sharon was the StazOn ink is retiring, and she wanted to know if the new basic black ink was used the same instead of as StazOn. Do I get the same results? Okay, so the difference is our basic black archival ink is a really nice, dark, crisp ink. Black ink. It's waterproof. It might take a little bit longer to dry, but it's not bad. It's new to the catalog. I believe it was last year that they came out with the archival quality. It's got not the foam pad, but it's got a felt pad on it, so it makes it it's just a little bit different. Our foam pads are nice and spongy, but the felt pad is not, and it actually works great for inking up stamps. I found since we came out with our archival basic black ink that I don't use StazOn much anymore. The nice thing about StazOn is that you can stamp on cello bags and tin and that kind of thing. And I am not sure about archival ink. I haven't tried it, but I'm not sure that it would ink the same or dry the same on those things. But anyway, I personally love our basic black archival ink. It's nice, dark black, and I hope that answers your question, Sharon. That was one of the changes. We did lose StazOn. So tonight I'm actually going to show some of the succulent set. And I have to tell you that I loved this set when it came out, but I hadn't really played with it. Because to me it looked like it was going to be a lot of work and a lot harder than it really is. But being out in San Diego, everybody in the world has succulents everywhere. I love it. I think it's fabulous. They're fabulous. And I played with it this afternoon, and I'm excited to show you how easy it is to use. So it looks like Tina asked, she's new to Stampin' Up! And is the retirement list always this big? Yes, it's not unusual for the retirement list to be as big as it is. It's overwhelming, but it's not unusual. And it's not unusual for some things to sell out. And I know that is a problem. Some of the papers and cardstocks and stuff are sold out. I don't know if I put a button up for the retirement list, but I will on Facebook, and I know it's on my website at DDStamps.com. There's a retirement list there. Just so you're aware. So I hope that answers your question, Tina. Cool. Let me check over on Facebook. Okay. So the succulents, I'm kind of excited because what I found out today when I was looking through stuff is also succulent was a bundle. That was a 10% savings, but tonight or on the retirement list, it's actually a better savings if you order them separately. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Also Succulent stamp set and the framelits and this ribbon and the paper. And you can see that everything is on sale. It's a great deal. And I do believe this went out as one of my last packets to people for the free product that I send out with my kits. So some of you already may have some of this stuff already in your possession. And hopefully you'll use it for some of the stuff I show tonight. So I love this set. It's fun, and wait till you see how quick and easy it can be. Okay, so let me pull up my screen. I should probably see if there's another question. Anybody else have any questions before I move on? Now, like I said, I did set up back there to hopefully be able to answer questions, but I don't know if I can. We'll see. Oh, Carol got her archival pad and ink re-inker today. Yeah, I always tell people when you get an ink pad from us, you should order the re-inker at the same time because then you know you have it when you need it. Let's hope the camera changes. Yay! Okay, so this is the succulent set. And like I said, this is the one that I'm showing tonight. So we've got the paper, the ribbon, the framelits, and the stamp set. And if you order them separately, you get them cheaper than if you order them as a bundle. The cardstock pack is sold out, but all of the cardstocks are still available. So this is in the occasions catalog. There's lots of things retiring in here, but some of them are actually bumping up into the next catalog too. So it's not all a loss. It's all good. So I'm going to show first this card, and this is just a quick card. I think I'll zoom in a little bit. I hope this doesn't make you seasick. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit on this first card, and I'm just using this was a half a sheet a cardstock, so it was a full sheet of cardstock, cut in half and scored. And I fold it in half, and that gives me my card base. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White and then a piece of the Tempting Turquoise, which I haven't used for a while. And you can see I just have a bit of a border on that. And this is just going to layer onto my base, and that's how I do my cards. It's really simple, and I will put up measurements. In fact, I can probably just measure. This one is 3.5 by 5.5, and so then this one is 3 3/4 by 5.5. Just to give you a quick measurement there. And I'm just going to show quickly how to use this stamp set. So I'm going to come in. I think what I'm going to do, I'll move my wood out of here, because I'm going to want to do some stamping off. As you can see, I practiced a little bit down at the bottom of this piece of cardstock. I'm going to come in with the Tempting Turquoise. And this is the stamp set that I'm using. Oops, I showed it earlier, but this is the stamp set. So it's a 2-step set. You can use them individually, but you can also layer them. I'm going to show that tonight. Layer them up and get some great color combinations. Okay, just so everybody is aware, I cannot see the feed tonight over here. I thought maybe I was going to be able to, but somehow I've got something messed up. So if you're asking questions, I can't see it until I get back over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up that solid stamp. This is a photopolymer, so you can see right through it. I'm going to ink up that. I'm going to stamp it off once, and then stamp it onto my cardstock. Stamp it off once, stamp it onto my cardstock. And that's just going to give me a little variation of color. And then I'm going to come in with the second stamp. And this is actually the line image. And because this is photopolymer, I can find out how to line those up pretty quickly. And then twist them so that they're lined up and stamp it down. And you can see how quick you get that image. Also, you'll notice that I'm not stamping the second one off, because I want that color to be darker than the bottom layer. So that just gives me the full image of that flower in the Tempting Turquoise. I get a little bit farther use of my ink pads if I stamp off, and it just gives me a different tone or a different color. Do the same thing with the Sweet Sugar Plum. Oh, I didn't stamp off. Try that again. Oh well. Honest to gosh, not the end of the world. The other thing is you might get some shading from just the different, what ink came off and what didn't. I'm going to let this one dry, because if I let it totally dry and then stamp over the top of it, I will get, I'll get a different shade of that Sweet Sugar Plum. And we'll see. Yeah, it looks okay. Didn't quite get it right on, but that's okay. So you can see the different colors stamped off, and then the sugar plum not stamped off. And then I'm going to come in with a little Old Olive. And this time I'm going to use this blob. But you'll see that I put it on the same block just because I didn't have another block. And I wanted them each to be on a block before I got started. So I'll ink that up, stamp it off. Get my blob in there. And then I'm going to come in and ink up the other side with full strength ink. And then the hardest part for this is just trying to figure out, there it is, how it lines up. It's not difficult, but because you can see right through it. Okay, so there you have the green, and it's, like I said, pretty straightforward. Then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some of the ribbon. Now this ribbon that's on sale comes with two kinds of ribbon. It's got the Sweet Sugar Plum, and then it's also got, I think it's white ribbon. So it's a nice variety of ribbon. And I'm going to add a little tape. And you'll see how I'm just putting that ribbon towards into that tape that I put down. Bringing it around, finding a scissor, and cutting that off. And then I just got that ribbon going. To keep the ribbon in there, I like to sandwich it. So I'm going to bring snail right over the tails of that ribbon, and then add a little more snail to add it to my base of my card. And if you want to, you could actually use fast fuse. Now, somebody asked me, is fast fuse really strong? Yes, it's much stronger than snail. I don't seem to have a problem here with the snail, and I'm sure it has something to do with we don't have much humidity in the air. But if you're having some issues, snail or fast fuse works fabulously, especially for ribbon. I'm just going to put that on there. Once I've got that all together, I'm just going to cut another little strip of ribbon and show you just a faux knot. So I'm going to add this on there, come around, tie it tight, hold that one end and pull the other, and then it just gives you a knot. When the nice thing about a knot like this, let me clean up my ends there, is that I can move that knot depending on where I want it to be on my card. I'm going to leave it up there, but if I wanted to, I could drag it, move it down, or drag it and move it up. So it gets to be exactly where I want it to be. So just a really quick card. What I did with this one is I took a little strip of basic black and I embossed it and added that on there. And there's your card, a quick and easy card. I will do the embossing on this one later, but just a really fun look. And that is card number 1. Now I'm going to sneak over and check and see if I need to have if anybody has any questions. So please feel free to ask. Now would be a great time because I'm actually sitting in front of the computer. I'm going to switch my screen. Okay, so questions. Doesn't look like there's any. Okay, now I know that there's probably questions over on YouTube. I am going to have trouble because, yeah, is the designer paper sold out yet? No, not the one that I'm using. I just checked just before I got on tonight. That is kind of a problem. I just checked and it was still available. All of the products I'm using tonight are still available, but there are some things that are sold out. So watch for that. Let me check on my website. Looks like we have a few questions. Debbie asked, you do not appear to have a lot of stamps for as long as you have been a Stampin' Up! Demmer. Do you get rid of your stamps? I have over 1,000 stamps. Ooh, yes. I will tell you that I don't get rid of everything. You'll see my stamps back there. I haven't gone through them yet to find out what's retired and what's not. But every year I pull whatever is retired off of my shelf and I move it to another area of my room. If I want to keep it forever, there's a cabinet back there that I put it in. Like I have stamps that I used for my kids when they were in elementary school, doing treats for the teachers and stuff. I keep those because I still to this day, usually the first of the year or somewhere in there, I make treats for the teachers using the same stamps that I have used for 20 years. Some of the stamps I actually just give away. Some of them I sell. I don't keep a lot because I always like new stuff. So good question. Was that the basic black archival ink that you embossed with? No, actually I used that. It was black cardstock with white ink. I used white embossing powder when I embossed that. What kind of kits do you send out? Okay, so when somebody places an order from me, when I'm doing these online workshops, I have a hostess code if your order's less than 150. If your order's more than 150, I tell you to take the hostess benefits. But I will send out a packet of, in fact, I'll pull one up. Papers, ribbons, things that coordinate together so you can kind of get an idea of what's in the catalog. So I send those out every time that I have an online thing, workshop like this. Can you show us how to double and triple bows? Sure. I think I can do that. Okay, so it looks like, oh, better see if this is a question. Okay, it looks like, yes, Kathy does want to see the end colors. So I will make sure that I pull them out. Let me go back to under the camera over there. And let's see here. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that ink over here. I'm still using those same inks. I don't think I use the turquoise anymore, but I am using some of those inks. Now, did I show the framelits? Probably not. So these are some of the framelits that you get in the thing, and then these are the rest, and I'm actually going to use these for the next little project, but these are all the framelits that make the succulent. And I'm telling you, I really thought that this was going to be a lot more work than it is, and it's really not. So I just take a half a sheet or a quarter sheet or whatever, put as many flowers as you have on there, and then we're going to go ahead and cut those out. So I'll bring in my Big Shot. We'll see how I do without banging up all the... Sometimes when I got the Big Shot, I bang the camera, and the camera shakes. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my platform and my steel plate and my succulents, and then a clear plate over that. And this is all going to go through. And I'm doing this on mint macaron cardstock, which is one of the cardstocks that's actually going, is retiring. And I just checked, and there was still some ink and paper left, but I'm not using the mint macaron ink. I'm just using the paper. I'm going to go ahead and pull all my flowers out of here. And you can see some of them cut right through. Sometimes if I'm having an issue, I'll run it through twice, back and forth in the Big Shot, and then just to make sure you get a good clean cut. But this looks like it did pretty good. Let me move. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out my brush. I think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. Trying to keep things a little organized, but I came home from San Diego and hit the ground running and have been busy all week. Today's one of the days that I went to the nursing home and made Easter cards and gifts with the residents to give to their families when they show up on Easter at the nursing home. And so that's always a busy day, but it's one of my favorite days. I love helping. They're wonderful people. It was really fun. We made some cute little bunny bags and candy treats and cards. So I've got my flowers cut out, and I hope you can see that on the white cardstock. I think you can. I think it shows up pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in with a couple of colors. I'm going to use Old Olive, and I'm going to use Sweet Sugar Plum, and I'm just going to change these up a bit. And I want you to see how quick and fast and easy this is. So I'm going to take my Old Olive and a sponge dauber, put a little ink on there, and then just kind of dab it around. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just adding just a little texture to each of these, just because we can. Now that I've actually seen succulents in real life. And then I'm going to come in with another dauber and a little bit of the Sweet Sugar Plum. And this time I'm just going to add, I should probably show the project that I'm making. But I'm just putting a little sugar plum onto each tip. And you probably don't want to sit here and watch me do this, but oh well, we could think of something else to talk about. Okay, so I went to San Diego with a group of gals, and we had so much fun, and I'm trying to think what we did. We walked a lot. We went to Old Town the first day we got there, and then the second day, I guess the first day we went down to we were by the convention center. So we were down there by the water and by the bay. And then the second day we were at Old Town, and then we had the convention, and then on the third day we went to Coronado. We took the ferry over to Coronado, and then we walked all the way across to the beach and the hotel. So we put a lot of steps in. It was beautiful though. We actually went into a home that was having an open house, a $1.5 million home. I felt totally out of my element, but it was a nice house. But I can only imagine, it wasn't very close to the water, and I can only imagine how expensive they got. We did see one advertisement for, it was like a 324 square foot home for $500,000. I didn't see the house. I don't know where it was located, but I can only imagine. So, okay, so once I've got that done, got the tips all have a little bit of color to them, I'm going to come in with some dimensionals and put this together. So I'm going to put a dimensional there, and then put in a flower, and then another dimensional. Oh, I was going to do something to these. Actually, I better stop, because what I was going to do is just using my bone folder, I'm just adding a little curl to the end, just to give it a little more texture. I'll do this one the same. This, as you can see, I'm going out so that it curls back a little bit. Probably easier to do this if they're not put together, but it still works. There we go. And then the next one, this one, I'm actually going to pull it so that it curls up. And it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit of a pull with the bone folder or a scissor or something, and then you'll see how it starts to develop into a flower. And then I did the same thing with these. I did pull them. Oops, don't pull it so hard that you pull off a petal. Whoops. I'm going to forget that one because I pulled off the petals. So I'm just going to add this one into the middle. And then this one, oops, just got to be a little more like that. That's how you make your flower. Pretty simple. So let me show you the card. So this one, as you can see, with just that little bit of purple on the end, they really look like succulents. I love it. And so what I did is I took a piece of the designer series paper in that pack. So it's double-sided. Let me show you the paper because it's fabulous. Oops, missing one here. This was one of my favorite packs, and it is so beautiful. It's Calypso Coral, Sweet Sugar Plum, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, and Tip Top Taupe. Those are your colors, and so you can see all the different papers that you get. It's big 12 by 12 sheets. You get 2 of each, then they're double-sided. And so what I did is I cut this down. This was one piece, and I cut it 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut 1.5 inches off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the card base. So this was Sweet Sugar Plum. It's a full sheet cut in half, and then fold it in half. Gives you your card base. And then add some adhesive. Add that onto there, and then I'm going to take this piece and actually flip it. So it's the same piece of cardstock, just flipped, and that gives you the two different colors of the designer series paper. And then, of course, coming back in, I'm just going to come in with some of this ribbon, and I just added some tape onto there, and I'm actually just going to. I am going to bring it all the way around. So the ribbon is on the inside, and then bring it back to the front of the card. And then grab my scissors here, pull that off, so that where that comes together is going to be under the flower. And I think I'll do 2 dimensionals, because that'll probably hold the ribbon down too. Like that. And then one of the things that is retiring from the catalog, and I do believe they're gone, they were on sale and they're gone, but it was the rhinestones. But we will be having rhinestones in the new catalog. They're just going to be flatter, so they won't be as bulky. But quick and easy card, just using some of the products from that suite. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with a little birthday greeting and the Old Olive ink. Ink that up. And because I can see through, I can see exactly where I'm stamping. So I can get it right straight on that line of that gingham. So really a fun, quick, and easy card. Let me show you. So I will be giving these away tonight. So just hang tight, and I'll let you know what. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to give them away or what I'm going to do that. So I'll put those over there so I know that I'm giving them away. I wanted to show you a couple of other things, something really quick. Now these are dies that I cut out from that die. From the dies, and I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to line them up. Now you can stamp these images and then cut them out, but or you can, because they're photopolymer, you can actually cut out the die and then bring the stamp to it. So because I can see that, and I always use a dark piece of paper underneath, but because I can see exactly where that is cut out, can you see that in the camera? I can line that image up pretty easy and go ahead and stamp it. And you're going to get, it's going to be darn close to the image because you can see through it. So hopefully, see, my head's not totally under there, but I'll just do that. And then you can see how easy it is. So sometimes I just like to cut a bunch of dies and then have them ready to go. And then it's easy to line them up. We'll do this one too. I've got stuff everywhere. When I show you my room, you'll see it's, my sister came and she's like, oh no, it looks pretty good. I'm like, yeah, but you should have saw it. Anyway, see how easy that is to line up because of photopolymer? So it's okay to cut your dies first, and then we'll do some of this grass too. And then line them up afterwards. I kind of think it's easier. So you just cut a whole bunch of the white pieces and then, or colored cardstock or whatever you're using. And that's just an easy way to line those up. So I hope that helped. I'm coming back over to see if we have questions. And we have a lot of people on, so if I don't get to your question, please ask it again, and I will attempt to make sure I get everybody's questions answered. And then here shortly, I'm going to give you a little couple sneak peeks. What the heck? Okay, so it looks like there's not a whole lot of questions over on my website. Is there a time limit on your frequent buyer program? Okay, I'm going to go over that tonight. Actually, Jana got a hold of me and said, "Hey, you need to talk about that because a lot of people don't know." No, I did not get to Pier 39. Sorry. A reason to go back to San Diego. I didn't get to the zoo either. I went to the zoo a couple years ago when I was there. Can't do it all. Okay, and then the double and triple bows. Perfect. I think I got most of the questions answered. I'm hoping. Okay, so let's go to my slides here. And there's the succulents. That's what I'm using tonight. Okay, so this is actually some of the stuff in the new catalog. You can see the two new in colors, Lemon Lime Twist, which people were like, oh, but it's really awesome. And Berry Burst, those are two in colors. These are some of the cards that are on the front of the catalog. This happened to be, I love this paper. It's called something eclectic. And I just love the look of it. I love the colors. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And so that's the cover. And now I'm going to sneak over to my other camera and I'm going to show you a couple of things. Okay, so let me go back over there. Pull out my colors. Okay, so this is the, I should probably get the ink out of the way so I don't get it all over. Now I can't remember everything I'm supposed to remember for Stampin' Up. I know that I can show the cover, but I don't think I can show anything on the inside. And I'm not really sure what the rules are. So I'm just going to try to stick to the best rules that I can remember, the ones I remember. And just know that this catalog is going to be available for a full year. You can't even order out of it. But it's beautiful cover. For those of you who are customers of mine, I will be sending you out a catalog. Probably in May, you'll get that. And then you'll also get a packet of goodies from me. Anybody that I send a catalog to, I send samples of the ink colors and a couple other goodies. So if you've placed an order with me over the last year of more than $50, you will get that catalog. And if you have not, you just pop me an email and I'll make sure I get you on the list. Okay, so the new in colors are, here they are. And so this is the Lemon Lime Twist. This is the Berry Burst. This one is, isn't that funny? I don't remember the name. There's probably somebody out there on the internet right now that's already told you what the names are, but I'm going to look it up quickly. I was going to write a list and I forgot. So, okay, so this one is Powder Pink, Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst, Tranquil Tide, and Fresh Fig. And I'm going to show you a couple things because people were like, oh, that pink is exactly the same as what we have. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is Pink Pirouette and this is Blushing Bride. And when I put that on there, you do see the difference. I mean, it's totally different than Blushing Bride. It's really totally different than the Pink Pirouette. So that's the difference of the pinks. Lemon Lime doesn't really have anything that is similar. These are some of the greens I pulled out, but you can see how much more yellow it is. It's a pretty color, and I'm amazed at how much it goes with. Okay, so Rich Razzleberry. A lot of people thought Rich Raspberry was going to be similar to Berry Burst, but it's not. And it's totally different than Fig. Even the Rich Raspberry is different than Fig. And so then I brought in Rose Red. And you can see the difference of those, how they're totally different. So that's the difference of those. And then this one is the Tranquil. And it isn't like Garden Green, and it isn't like Bermuda Bay, but they sure look pretty together. So I love the new ink colors. I think they're beautiful, and I'm happy to yeah, I always love the new colors coming in. So is there anything else I'm going to show over here? Oh, the triple bow. Okay, so if I were going to do a triple bow or a double bow, let's start with a double bow. I would just take 2 pieces of cardstock, two pieces of ribbon, put them together, and then tie. So, okay, so how I tie my bows if I'm just tying a bow is I loop it, and then bring it around, and then pull it tight. And I got so much. This was a kind of thick one to use. I'm gonna try something thinner. Here, we'll try this. This is the ruche ribbon, which is going away. But I will tell you, there's lots of new fun ribbons in the catalog. So a loop, bring it around, bring it through, and tie it. Is that what you meant? That's all I do. And then once you've got it tied, then you can go ahead and pull these apart so that everybody knows there's more than one loop. Is that what you meant? And then I trim my edges. Double bow. I hope that's what you meant. Sorry if it's not. Okay, so let me pull up my screen here. And pull up my slides. It's got a few things I want to go over with you. Okay, so that was the new catalog. Just so you're aware, this is the Falling Flowers is the tutorial for this month. It's a fun one. There's lots of sponging, some of the coloring like I did tonight with the sponge daubers, coloring in the flowers. And actually, this was a guest artist that I had to help me with this month's tutorial, Andrew Walford from Canada. She's a great teacher. She has some great tips, and I think it's really good for people to listen to somebody else too. I'm just quickly checking for questions. Have you seen the coffee stamp sets in the new catalog? Yes, yes. There's like a whole suite of coffee stuff. It's really cute. We could not get that early, so I don't even have that to show. How do you keep your paper organized? I actually put my paper into a hanging folder file that I got like at Office Depot, and it's just in a hanging folder file. It sits underneath my counter. Pretty easy to keep, and I've had that like that for, oh gosh, I bet I've had my paper in that same hanging file folder for 10 or 15 years. Will there be a PDF available online for demos to view? Of the catalog, there already is, Linda. If you're a demonstrator, go into the website, go up under like what's new. I'll show you, but click on there. No, I can't show you because I can't show anybody else, but click on there and the catalog is up there. You can see it. You get this month's tutorial by placing an order with me. Everybody that places an order with me gets the tutorial. And then that's just how I do things. Let's see. Oh, the gift box punch board. I just put this up because I did notice that the gift box punch board is on the list to be discontinued. And it's kind of fun to make boxes with. And I just wanted, oh, here I'm going to open up a package so I can show somebody what I send people. Oh yeah, I send out the succulents or the succulent papers. That's funny. Okay, so I won't be sending this month, but I sent this out last time I had an online workshop. Anyway, the gift box punch board was one of those things that was on this list that surprised me. Somebody had asked me that earlier. A couple of the stamp sets surprised me. I am going to talk a little bit about my virtual club because I had people ask questions about it. And also the frequent stamper program that I have. Okay, so the actual virtual club. If you are one of my customers or want to be one of my customers or have a huge wish list, I have what's called a virtual club. You can sign up for it on my website at www.DDStamps.com. I bring you a workshop twice a month now, and you get a step-by-step tutorial. You get a gift from me on your birthday. You get all the catalogs delivered to your mailbox. And then you do a 6-month commitment of $25 a month. And after that 6 months is up and you've ordered every month for 6 months, then you get a $25 free product bonus from me. So that's my virtual club. It's a great thing to sign up for just because we all have a huge wish list. So if you're interested in that, let me know, or you can just go ahead and sign up right on my website. There's a tab at the top. Takes you right to the virtual club to sign up. And it's just like signing up like for a newsletter or something. Okay, so somebody asked me earlier, what are the gift packs that I send? So what I do is I send out an envelope, looks like this. It's usually filled with product like this. And so this particular month, people got, you got lots of cardstock. So I sent out sheets of cardstock of the different colors that are in the DSP. So, you know, you've got your mint, your tip top taupe, old olive, calypso coral, and the sweet sugar plum. Proud of myself, I got them all right. Everybody got 6x6 pieces of the double-sided cardstock that I'm using tonight. And then I sent a couple of the doilies. These are retiring. I'm sad because they're vanilla on one side and white on the other, so you can dye them, but a couple of those. And then everybody got some of the ribbon. And so here's some of the ribbon that comes in that set, the sweet sugar plum and the must be white or ivory. Anyway, that ribbon. And then you also got baker's twine in the calypso coral. So that's kind of what a gift pack looks like. It's got enough product in there to make, well, this one actually you could make several. It's actually got 10 card bases. So you could literally make 10 cards easily with the products that I send you, and then you just add in your own stamps and your own inks and whatnot. So I hope that answers that question. And the gift packs are like when I do a thing like tonight and you use the hostess code, then everybody's products purchases go into one party. And then I split the hostess benefits amongst everybody that orders. And that's how I get these products to send to you. And then I mail them to you for free. So I hope that answers that question. Yes, I will be doing some cute coffee projects in the future as soon as I get my hands on that set. I hate to get too excited because we still have a couple months left of this catalog year and there's still a lot I want to show. So the holiday carryover stamps, yes, they are in the new book. They're in the new Christmas section of the book. Love the fig color. Yeah, it's different. I like it. Cool. Okay, let's pull up my slides. Let's see what I got next. Okay, so this is the hostess code. Like I was saying, this is the code that you use. Unless your order is over $150, then go ahead and place it as your own host or as your own order and take the hostess rewards. Otherwise, use the hostess code, and that way I'll know who to send them to. Now, somebody asked me earlier today to please show the part about my free. Oh, I thought I was, sorry. We have to go back a little bit because I thought I was sharing my slides with you, and obviously I wasn't. Okay, so back, here's the hostess code for this month. And actually, you'll find it in down in the description on YouTube, on Facebook, and on my website. Or all orders placed by Monday night will get a gift packet from me if you use the code. Otherwise, if your order is $150, just go ahead and order and get the hostess benefits for yourself. And then I will still send you a packet. Sorry, I'm just scoping out to see if I missed any comments. I hope people are still on Facebook. I hope I'm still showing. Give me a little hint if I am. Okay, so the frequent stampers thing is, it's a program that I started and you can earn free stamp set of your choice. So when you earn 10 coins by placing your orders through my online store, I will ship you a free stamp set of your choice. Now I do have a couple of little rules down there. You place an online order or an email order. Either one works. All orders need to be placed through me, Diane Dimich, to qualify. You get a coin for every $50 before shipping and handling to earn the Stampin' coin. So separate orders can't be combined to reach a coin. For example, a product order of $49 would not qualify as a coin, but an order of 101 would qualify for 2 coins. I hope that makes sense. Product totals exclude the shipping and handling, the sales tax, and any amounts paid towards item in the Hostess Rewards program. So if your order's over 150, take the Hostess Rewards for yourself and then track those coins for the free set. You're responsible for tracking your coins, and I have this particular sheet that I show up here is actually on my website, and I also send it in all my thank you emails when I send them out. Once you place an order, I send you a thank you email, and in there it has a tutorial, and it also has a link to this particular form. If you're not getting those thank you emails, check, especially if you're on Gmail, check in your whatever your folder is for sales items, because it might be getting popped in there. But I'm sending them to you, and if you go ahead and just say that you want to get email from me, you should find them. If you haven't gotten the email, let me know, and we will figure out. I'll help you figure out what's going on. So once you earn 10 coins, then you get to choose any stamp set in the catalog, but it can't be a host set because I can't order those separately. And I usually say the coins expire after a year from the first time you placed your order, but I'm not the stickler for that. So just, you know, within reason, whatever that may be. So there is the Stampin' Rewards program. And like I said, those sheets are up on the up on my website, and they're also cool. They're also in the email that I send you. So it's already door prize drawing time. I know, it's crazy. So while you guys are filling out your door prize form, and just so you're aware, your door prize form is on the website. Should look like this. It's there's a link on YouTube, and there is a there's a link on YouTube. There's a link on Facebook, and there is a link on my website for the order form. I'm going to check for questions. Okay, Judy, you just sent me an email saying that you placed an order. No problem. I can get that figured out for you. So thank you for placing that order. And I will get that. I know, don't you love the new ink colors? They're gorgeous. I will get that thank you sent out to you and make sure that you are a part of the hostess. Okay, so we're down to the wire here. I need to give away the cards. So I'm going to ask a question, and the first person that answered it on my website, on my Facebook, and on YouTube will get one of the cards in the mail. And then shortly here, I'm going to draw for the door prize. I'm actually going to draw 2 because I have 2 things I'm giving away tonight, 2 stamp sets. I just happen to have extras, and I thought, oh, I'll just give a couple away tonight. So the question, oh, the angel policy. Yes, thank you, David. David had asked me a question earlier about the angel policy, and thankfully, he reminded me. Okay, so for those of you who make and sell your products, if you make cards to sell, Stampin' Up! Has an angel policy, and you are more than welcome to use their products for anything that you're selling. They just ask that you use a copyright, so I'm going to show you how you get there. Let me pull up the screen. That's the door prize. I've got so many screens open, it's crazy. Okay, so I'm on the screen that I'm on. So I'm going to go to the front page of the Stampin' Up! Website, and when I click in here under search, it's going to say Angel Policy. I'm going to pull that up. David, I didn't have time to put this into my slides, so I just pulled it up. But the Angel Policy is all listed here. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. You're not supposed to digitally produce stuff, and they ask you to stamp on the products that you're going to sell with the copyright stamp, and This is the set that they have right now, which is the Better Than Email stamp set. It has the copyright. So it's these little things here. This is a whole set that's available now. I believe this one is on the retirement list. There is a new set coming out, and if I can quick get over there, I will go grab it. I thought this one was adorable. We got this set free, and I love it. Haven't had time to play with it yet, but it's cute. Oh, I just broke the case. Whoops. Anyway, so just use a copyright stamp. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions about the angel policy, let me know. Okay, so this is the stamp set, the new one coming out that has that, see it right there? That right there is the copyright stamp. But this is a cute set. Cute, cute, cute. There's some cute things that they showed us, and I can't wait to play with it. And actually, oh, look, I got a sequin on there. I can't wait to show some really cute things with that. So that's one of the new stamp sets. That is adorable. My zip code. Betty Jo wants to know my zip code so that when she signs up to place an order, it's 59068. If you go to my website, DDStamps.com, and place an order through there, you should be able to find it. Michelle just gave you that same advice. Awesome. Did I forget anything? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Answer this question and then you might receive a card. See how that happens? Okay, so tell me the two colors that I used in the first card that I made tonight. That's a tough one. But I said that the one color, I said it several times. Right? Didn't I? I have to go look. Oh yeah, this one. Actually, I used 3 colors, so you just have to tell me 2 of them. The first card I made tonight used 3 colors, but you only have to tell me 2. The first person that gets 2 of the colors right will win. Actually, I'll send you the card. Now, door prize time. So I pulled out a couple numbers before we got started, and let me grab the stamp sets because I got 2 that I'm giving away tonight. How this works is everybody fills out the door prize slip. It goes into a Google spreadsheet. Everybody goes in, no matter where you are out there in the online world. All goes into the same spreadsheet. I pulled 2 numbers tonight. I just wrote down 2 numbers. Looks like 52 and 75. Those 2 people, whoever lands on those numbers, those are my winners for stamp sets, which are, we're giving away the Celebration Designer Tee and the Avant Garden. So 2 celebration sets I happen to have that I hadn't used. And who doesn't love free stamps? We all do. So these are the 2 sets that we're sending out tonight. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm looking up the, sorry. Looking to see. Oh, okay. So Catherine Dimich, that's almost like my name. You on YouTube, you won one of the cards. You picked Tempting Turquoise and Sweet Sugar Plum. So good job. Send me your address and I will get that sent out to you. On my Facebook, oh, I was looking for the color and some people used white. So I'm going to give it to you because that's how it happens, I guess. Julie Grassel, you've earned a stamp set, or not a stamp set, excuse me. You've earned a, you have earned a card in the mail. And I do believe, Julie, I have your address, but you might want to send it to me again. And then the last one, let me check. Looks like Debbie Johnson earned a card. And last but not least, let's find out who our winners are. I hope I didn't forget anything. Okay, so I'm pulling up the winners, and we had 52 which is Teresa Cooper. You won one of the stamp sets, and the other winner is Becky Farr. So Teresa Cooper and Becky Farr, would you please both send me your emails, and I will get those shipped out to you as soon as I get your email, your address. I'll get those shipped out to you. So we had our winners, right? All 3 winners are on there. Debbie and Julie and, right, who was the last one? Catherine Dimich. Had the same name I did. I'm going to quick check for questions if nobody has a question. I will be doing another one of these in April, probably closer to probably like April 29th. That's a Saturday morning. It kind of works that I do one during the week and then one on a Saturday morning, because then some people can see me live that can't see me during the week, and vice versa. So if there's no more questions, I'm going to say thank you. Have a good night. Remember that many things on the retirement list are going to sell out. Some already have. So anything that you want, you better get while you can. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is diane@DDStamps.com. My website is www.DDStamps.com. And if you're not signed up for my newsletter, you may want to, because I send out some great tutorials and some fun things for my newsletter subscribers. Don't forget to check into my virtual club and save your frequent stamper coins, because you might get something fun. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope we have a good night. And thank you for being here with me. Thanks, and have a great night.